Welcome back, my fellow game developers. In this video we don't do much, but we do understand something or a series of methods and dissections of strings that is very complicated but extremely necessary for our case in order to continue on. So let's not waste any more time and let's get started. This is one of the more technical videos, I believe, in the entire series and the entire course. So I need your full concentration. Okay, so now we have the waves being completed. We have the levels or the potential levels that we want to go kind of being set up. Now it's time to take it to the next level. Get it? Take it to the next level and actually start displaying the names of the levels that we can go to right here on the doors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the door 1, I'm going to right click in here and I'm going to create a UI canvas for this door. So where's the UI canvas? There we go, the canvas, and if I open this up, this will be the text display canvas. And if I go into this canvas, let me see, what does the door have? Okay, so great. In the canvas right here, I'm going to select world space and I'm going to double click to see the whole canvas. We are going to scale it down to 0.001 on the X and on the Y, and I'm going to reset the position to be at 0, 0. Now when we double click, it's very small, so probably need to make this one without a 0 and this one without a 0, and or maybe do add a 0 but make this one a2, nope, a5, yep, seems good, and this one a5. Maybe we should make this a bit bigger. Let's make it an 8, and this one an 8 also. Yeah, so I think it's pretty good, pretty solid. So in here we are going to be adding the text that we will want to be displaying. And what will this text be displaying? It will be displaying the level that you will be able to go to once you open this particular door. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the changes. When I do apply the changes to the door 1, you'll notice that the door 2 also has its own canvas now, and all other subsequent doors should also have these canvases. So I'm going to keep working in here. I'm going to right click in the UI canvas and I'm going to add a, where is it, Text Mesh Pro. So a Text Mesh Pro, this will be the level name. Hit enter and let's go ahead and make it a bit bigger. Let's put it up in here, or you know what, let's put the level name under, and let's duplicate this one and add it in here, and this will simply read press E to open door. And let's change the everything that we're always doing: auto size, max level, color, and for some reason I cannot see it. Why can I not see it? This shouldn't be the level name, this should be the open door text. Hit enter. What's the problem? If I move it in here, but it's not displaying in here. And if I open the canvas on the sorting layer, set it on the player, so there we go. So I've set the sorting layer to be on the player, and because I have this different in here, I'm going to just make it 1 to make everything a little bit better. Okay, so I changed the sorting layer of the actual canvas right here. You can see I set it on the player, and I've been saying since the beginning we need to set new layers. I haven't done that. Maybe you did. That's better. You are progressing faster than me. So press E to open the door, and in here this will be the text level level name, and let's change this also, set it to bold, auto size, max, and okay, great. So we'll save that. We're going to go to the door and we're going to apply the changes and there we go. So now you can see that this one also has its own level name, and press the E key to open the door. So now what are we actually going to do? We want to get the level name, which should be a string, and display it right here. But as you remember, in the level exit, where is it? In the level exit, we changed this to an integer. So how are we actually going to do this? In here, in start, I'm going to create the start. And now you need to focus a lot, but don't worry, everything will be slowly but surely explained. So first of all, I'm going to create a string variable, which is going to be the scene path. And this scene path will be equal to scene utility, but obviously we cannot use it. So I'm going to add in here the dot scene management. And now we should have access to the scene utility. And then from the scene utility, I'm going to get scene path. You can see right here by the build index. So now I can add this right here, and I can say the level to load. Save that. So what will this give us? I'm just going to go ahead and print this out in here. So I will say print out the scene path. And let's just add scene path concatenated. Save that. And before I move on, there is something that we probably should have done, and that is actually using the level exit 1 and level exit 2 to assign the level to go. So level manager, and where are the level exits? Waves, wave spawns. Oh, so they are in here. And I'm going to select the portals. So portal has this one. So which one is the first portal? This one. And the second portal will be the second one on the level manager. So there we go. We save that. So now we have access to both the portals. And now we can go back in here, slide down in the level manager. And after we get the level exit 1 dot on the level exit, we can either assign it immediately, call this public, or we can create a small method in here which will say that it's a public void, and we'll make it set the level to load, and this will be the end level to load, or let's just make it level, so shortcut it. And in here we're just going to say that the level to load is equal to level to load. Save that. Back in the level manager, dot set level to load, and it's going to be the level 1. And then in here we're going to set the level exit 2 dot set level to load, level to go to 2. Excellent. So now we should have this level to load being set right here. And I'm just going to show you what we are going to get displayed on the screen. So when we run the game, we should see right here in the console, let's pause that. In the console, we shall see the scene path asset scenes tile screen. So obviously, this is the path that we are getting sent. And this is the current level to load. And what is the current level that we're on? It's currently being set as 0. So 0, if we look in the build settings in here, you can see that 0 is the title screen. So you can see how the scene path is being displayed. So our goal is to remove everything and just keep the title screen and have it being displayed right here under the door name. So that's what we're going to do. If I go back in here, let's remove the print. And now this is the scary part. I'm going to say that the integer is the last slash, and it's equal to the scene path dot last index of, and use this forward slash. Actually, it's between a single quotation. So what happens in here, let's again print or you know what, let's continue on and you'll understand easily what that means. So string name, and it's going to be equal to the scene path dot substring last slash and +1. Nope, there we go, +1. And let's try to print the name and see what we get. So you can see the last index, substring, and then we are going to run this again so we can see what's happening. So we run the game and we can see that we have right now the title screen. So what is going on in here? First of all, let's talk about the substring. Let me just show you what that is. Okay, so in here you can see the string.substring method and definition. It retrieves a substring from this instance, and you can see we can use an int32 retrieves a substring, which, well, obviously a string, then we have a substring. The substring starts at a specific character position and continues to the end of that string. So this is what's happening in here. We are getting the last index where we have this /, and then we are using a substring of that. So remember how previously that would be displayed. I'm going to print out the scene path in here again so you can clearly see how all of that is working. I'm taking my time to explain everything because this is a bit confusing. So in the console, there we go, assets, scenes, and the last index where we have this / and then a title screen, we have the last index, which is the integer right here, and then the name is a substring which starts at the last / +1. So we start immediately after the, where is it? Right here after the last slash. Now the final step is to remove also the dot. So I'm going to do that, and in here I'm going to say that int dot is equal to name dot last index of, and then I'm going to use the little dot, and then finally I'm going to print out, and probably you should do this now that you know how everything is done, name dot substring, and where is it, between 0 and the dot. And this is also another form of the substring. You can see it right here, a substring int32 on int32. So when we give it 2 parameters, it retrieves a substring from this instance, starts at a specified character position, and has a specified length. So I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to save all of that, and I'm going to run the game. Any day now, run the game, and you'll see in the console that we have, first of all, we had the whole path, then we reduced it, and finally we have access to the title screen. So as you can see, this is very powerful, and I'll admit a bit complicated, but this is the only way to actually do it. Well, actually the only way that I know. Maybe there is another way, but for now it's time for a challenge, and your challenge is to set the text in a new script. So make the text appear and disappear if the player is in a certain area next to the door. Get a new script and attach it to the UI object. So obviously you'll need to create a new script, add it to the UI elements or UI canvas, or maybe even the door if you want. Immediately add it to the door. Use the on-trigger enter and exit similar to the shop items. Use the E key to open the doors, and make sure we can't see the canvas when we start the game. So with that information, pause the video right now and go do the challenge. Okay, welcome back. So this video is getting too long. We are already about over 15 minutes into it, and I don't want to make this a huge video, so I'm going to cut it right now. I hope you did the challenge. In the next video we will continue on with everything. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. For the first time ever, don't commit your changes, because we will be doing a lot of things in the next one. So see you then.